What's going on, people? Lizard K Rule back with another video. Shout outs to all of you lovely individuals that's tuning in. Today in this video, I'm going to be ragging on modern day feminism. And why am I going to be doing this? It's because I happened to stumble upon a really ridiculous, utterly absurd article a couple of days ago. And it really highlights how insane and how retarded modern day feminism has become. So here it is. NY University promotes paper comparing cow insemination to rape, milking cows to to sexual abuse. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh man. Anyway, let's continue. A journal published by a New York University Gender Studies Department, of course, recently put out a paper meant to call attention to the sexual exploitation of dairy cows. The author argues that in order to be a true advocate for feminism, one must consider the commodification of dairy cows' reproductive rights. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, this is why feminism, you know what, scratch that, let me correct myself. This is why third wave feminism, fourth wave feminism, modern day feminism, whatever kind of fucking feminism you want to call it in today's world is a fucking joke. First and second wave feminism actually meant something. They actually fought for serious shit. Feminism of today is comparing the milking of cows to sexual abuse. Like, what? Like, come the fuck on. Like, you cannot be serious. You know what? The sad thing is that the person who wrote this article is serious. Like, this isn't satire. Like, oh, come on. Come on. Like, really? Holy shit, we really are doing this? Feminists, this is what y'all doing in 2019? Like, what in the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all have really lost the mark. This is why nobody takes the movement of today seriously, because of insanity like this. This is also why I say that gender studies is fucking useless. This is what is going on in modern day gender studies classes. I'm pretty confident that this kind of nonsense is why Hungary removed gender studies courses altogether last year, because of nonsense like this. Like, they really need to ban this shit in the fucking United States of America. They really do, because this is absolutely bollocks. This is bollocks. Okay, all right, I gotta move on. Okay, let's continue. A paper currently being promoted by a New York University calls on society to consider the rampant sexual exploitation of dairy cows by the milk industry in order to fully fight gendered oppression. Specifically, the author compares cattle insemination to rape and the milking of cows to sexual abuse. Anyway, titled "Readying the Rape Rack." oh my goodness. Okay, let's start over. Titled "Readying the Rape Rack: Feminism and the Exploitation of Non-Human Reproductive Systems." The paper was published Friday in a journal called Dissenting Voices, which is published and edited by the Women's and Gender Studies program at the College of Brockport State University of New York. Oh my goodness. Really? Readying the rape rack? Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. This video is taking longer than it should, just because I have to really struggle not to laugh because of how insane and how extreme this fucking article is. Oh God, I need some water. Give me a second, I apologize. All right, let's continue. If women do not choose to become mothers, they are shamed. If a female cow is incapable of successfully bearing a calf, they are sent away for slaughter. Their reproductive system is useless. Therefore, they, as a being, are useless. April notes. For those of you who are wondering who the hell is April, Mackenzie April is the writer of this beautiful, masterful piece. Anyway, arguing that this is indicative of a double standard, as civilized society would cringe at the thought of murdering women once they become infertile. I really do gotta say that I think the writer of this paper is slightly insane. Like, they are mental. Like, you have to be mental to actually think that artificial insemination is comparable to fucking rape. I will agree that it's wrong, it's not right, and it probably shouldn't be done, but to make the comparison that they're on the same level, no. Like no, one is significantly much more traumatic and horrible than the other. Artificial insemination, I apologize. I really do hate to have to make the actual comparison here, but I feel I have no choice. In any event, artificial insemination, all that entails to is somebody, usually the farmer, putting their hand up the cow's butt and injecting it with semen. That's usually all there is to it, and for the most part, the cow doesn't feel any discomfort. Most cows generally will just stand there. There's no fighting. There's no issue. Unfortunately, however, when someone's getting raped, it's usually pretty violent. Usually the person's getting assaulted. They're having sexual acts done to them. They're being forced to perform sexual acts. It's a very awful, traumatic experience. And I think the comparison between the two is fucking ludicrous. I think it's absurd. I think it's insane. And I think any sane person would agree with me. I think the comparison is it's retarded. Like, simply, it's retarded. It makes the feminist movement look even more ridiculous, I gotta say. Even the comparison of milking cows equates to sexual abuse? Really? Really now? I mean, for the most part, milking cows is generally a good thing for the cows because once the cow, has a child, they start producing milk, and the milk tends to build up in the udders, and once the udders build up too much milk, they can become really sore and be somewhat of a problem for the cow. So milking the cow generally is a good thing. Some cows tend to find it therapeutic. I've seen videos where when it's time for milking, you'll see cows run into the stead or the barn because they know it's time to be milked, and it's generally not a problem. So I think the comparison, even there, between sexual abuse and milking is quite foolish. But then again, most modern day feminists are foolish. They are not meant to be taken seriously, and I think this paper really highlights that. The only thing I do find funny about this paper, besides everything, is that she's comparing women to cows, and some feminists really do pass for cows. Some of them are just so fucking big. You got a bunch of them, fighting for the body positivity movement, which all that means to me is that they're fighting for the right to be fat and not be judged and be found sexy by society. That's all that is to me. So yes, I do find it funny that this writer is comparing women's bodies to cows, because again, some of these feminists really could pass for cows, but you know, it is what it is. Oh God. These modern day feminists are just so ridiculous, so insane, so radical, it's hard not to laugh at them. If they're not complaining about a gender wage gap that's been debunked a gazillion goddamn times, calling for the banning of sexual robots, or calling for the banning of a billboard of 2 fictional fucking characters, they are out here comparing artificial insemination of cows to the actual rape of human women. You, again, like I said a gazillion times, you cannot make this shit up, people. In any event, that's going to be it for the video. I thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment below. This is Lizard K Rule, and I'm out.